Welcome to the Current Bianchi YouTube channel. It's your big homie, Mike Bianchi. Hey look, I've had my Oculus Quest 2 for about a year now, and in that year, I've acquired about 50 games. Today, I'm simply gonna make a tier list ranking these games from two criteria. One, enjoyability, but also replayability. There are some games that I really enjoy, but I can't rank them high enough on this list because I don't revisit those games often enough. So just keep those two things in mind. And because I have 50 games to go over, we're just gonna get right into this. So look, we're gonna start this list off with my most played and my least played game. All right, that's how we gonna kick this list off. The first game that's entering into the S tier, that's the top tier. This is my most played game. That is PokerStars VR. Now there are games that I've paid $20, $30, even $40 for. And this free game is by far the most played game that I own. I hop on this game daily. So as far as replayability, it's an S tier for me. Alright, look, so the next game, this is the game that I've played the least. I put this game on one time and one time only. I've never revisited. And that game is Frog Hand Steve. This is the wackest shit I've ever... You know what? I said I wasn't going to curse. Sorry about that. This game is trash. This game is trash. It was funny for maybe 2 minutes. And then I was immediately like, that's it? Like, there's nothing else to this. Yeah, this is going directly to the F tier. Alright, so look, since we're already here at the F tier, I'm just going to run through all the games that are going to fall into this tier just so we can get these out the way. Keep in mind what I just said. I'm not ranking these games strictly off of enjoyability, but also on how frequently I return to the game. So when you have 50 plus games, it becomes more and more common that you're not going to return to a game simply because you have 5 other very similar games that might be slightly more enjoyable. So just because a game is on my F tier doesn't necessarily mean that it's straight garbage, but I might just have several other games that are so close in style or genre that I just don't go back to this particular game because I do have better options. That's it. So having said that, the games that I play the least, my F tier games, DVG, Conquering Giants, that's David vs. Goliath, Hyperstacks, and Gorilla Tag. Look, man, I just couldn't rock with these games for whatever reason, man. I don't even know. Like, I played each one time and that was it. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Look, if these are games that you like, I get it. My daughter likes playing these, so maybe this is just for children. But it wasn't for me. All right, these next 5 games are all social experiences in VR. We're going to start this list off with Half and Half, entering straight into the E tier. Now, out of all the social experiences, this game is just lacking in options. It's a beautiful game, don't get me wrong, it's just not enough to do for me. All right, next, Rec Room. This, I'll go ahead and put this in the D tier. I'm gonna put it there because I'm an adult and I just feel like this game is primarily for children. If you ever play this, as soon as you get on, you'll quickly understand what I mean. Not just the look and feel of the game, but you're gonna hear all the children immediately. Third in this category, AltspaceVR. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this at C tier. This is basically Rec Room, but for adults. Now keep in mind, the C tier, that's average. All right, that's an average tier. It's right in the middle. It's not great, it's not horrible. Actually, most games are gonna fall around average. So the C tier is not a bad tier to be in. Now, I would have this a little bit higher, but then I started playing the 4th game in this category, and that is Horizon Worlds. All right, now this game has a lot of potential, and I just really enjoy how easy it is to create your own worlds and games directly in the headset without needing a PC or any coding experience. The first time I hopped on this game, that same day, I was able to create an entire world fully fledged. It was like, yeah, a whole world. And then I invited my Facebook friends over to chill and we had a good time. So user friendly, yes it is. It's just so intuitive. And unlike a lot of these games, it actually has a tutorial. There are so many games that I've played that just start you off. There's no instructions, no tutorial, nothing. You just have to figure this stuff out. This actually had a tutorial, but it's so intuitive, I didn't even need it. Everything is common sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this at the B tier for now. Now, it may be even higher as time passes, but at the current moment, that's where I'm at with it. And the last game in this category, VRChat. Some of you may have a different feeling about this game, but I'm gonna put this in the A tier for me. Now, this was one of my first VR experiences. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I just keep going back. It's like there are so many user-made worlds and games that you can play. It's basically like this game is like having a bundle pack with hundreds of free games. Free. Yeah, so this is an A tier for me. This next group of games is for first time VR users. I really enjoy these games, but they're just not games that I myself return to. However, I do keep them in the cut. I keep these games because when I have friends come over that are hopping on VR for the first time, I know that these are excellent examples of what VR has to offer, and they're just great first time experiences. Not so much like replayability, but if you're playing for the first time, yeah, these are the go-tos. And for that reason, all of these games are just gonna go in the C tier, average. And they go as follow. First Steps for Quest 2. Elixir. BOGO. Oculus First Contact. Epic Roller Coasters. And The Climb 2. Watching newbies in VR play these games for the first time is actually more entertaining than playing the games themselves, at least in my opinion. So I would highly recommend each of these games just to have in your arsenal to make one hell of a game night. The next group are world building games, and we're going to start this list off with Deisim. I want to begin by saying that this game is extremely entertaining, and I really hate to put this in the tier I'm about to put it in. But I have to put this in the D tier, simply because in one day, just one day of playing, I got all my civilizations to the max technological level, and there was just no further way to advance. I basically beat the game. It does say coming soon once you get to that point, so maybe they'll be adding to the game at some point, or it has been a while, so they may have already done so, but at this current moment, from the last time I played, there was nothing more to do, and for that, I have to put this in the D tier. Next, OceanCraft. Again, this game is thoroughly enjoyable, but I got to a point where there just wasn't anything more to do. Now, I haven't played this in a while as well, so I don't know if there have been updates. All of this is based off the last time I played, but based off my last experience, this is on the C tier for me. And last in this category, we have BricksVR. Now, this is basically Minecraft with Legos. That's a perfect combination. And for that, it's gonna go to the B tier. I mean, I play this game for hours at a time. Look, and sometimes I actually use the Lego blueprints from actual sets, and I create them in VR without having to pay hundreds of dollars for the physical sets. So yeah, this is a B tier for me. Coming up next, we have Star Wars games. Hey, listen, I am a huge fan of the franchise. The Star Wars games, man, all of those, every single one of those, my favorite experiences in VR, hands down. However, I will have to put Vader Immortal 1, 2, and 3 in the A tier, because once I completed those, I haven't gone back. Not saying that I won't, because they do have replayability. I do feel like I could play them again. I just haven't so far. But Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, listen, that's going straight to the S tier. I keep going back for more. And since the initial release, they've actually put out a DLC with an entirely new game with hours of new gameplay. So yeah, this is S tier. I really feel like I'm in the Star Wars universe when I play, and that's just one of the coolest feelings ever. The next category, shooting games. This list goes Gun Raiders, D tier. Sairento VR, C tier. Death Horizon Reloaded, B tier. Population 1 and Larcenauts, A tier. And my favorite shooting game, Gun Club VR. Man, this is going straight to the S tier. Listen, I love guns in real life, and firing off a full clip for the first time in this game, I fell in love instantly. Like this is a must buy in my opinion. If you're a gun lover, yeah. Next, we have music and rhythm games. I only have 2 of these, and they're both going straight to S tier. Hey, look, man, Beat Saber and Smash Drums, bro. These games are amazing. It's loads of fun for the entire family. Like, I can spend hours playing these games alone, but if you have a group of friends or family come over and you cast your quest directly to the TV, boom, epic game night. Trust me on this one. Trust me, the whole family can play this. All right, and look, for the sake of not making this a 1-hour video, I'm gonna just go through the remaining games and tiers with no particular category. I'll just be listing off the name and the tier of the game. All right. Now, if you do want a more in-depth look at any particular game, just make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I will eventually do gameplay for each of the games that are mentioned today. So, finishing this list up, we have Ven VR Adventure, C tier. This is a beautiful game, and it does give me hella Crash Bandicoot vibes, but it does get repetitive very fast. Next, we have Moss. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at the A tier. This is one of the most gorgeous games I've played so far, and I do love the story as well, and the fact that you actually have to use problem solving skills. So yeah, A tier. Then we have Dash Dash World. We're gonna go ahead and put that into the B tier. This is basically Mario Kart 64 in VR, which is amazing. But be prepared to be surrounded by children. Yeah, there are kids all over this game, which is understandable. Next up, Trover Saves the Universe. Yeah, this is gonna go to the C tier. The game is hilarious, but just like Ven VR, it does get repetitive very quickly. Okay, so we got A Township Tale. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B tier. This game is great, but it's best played with friends. So I joined a Facebook group that created their own world, and I enjoy playing there more than I do playing in my own world. So keep that in mind. Next, we have Cards Tankards. We're gonna put that at the B tier. I love playing Magic the Gathering growing up, so this is right up my alley. If you're into anything like that, or Pokemon or whatever, Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, this is the one. All right, so we got Echo VR. You know what? This is going to the A tier. I really can't believe that this game is free. It's funny how the free games are some of the most entertaining ones. That's wild. Anyway, so if you're new to the Quest, you should get this game immediately. It will give you a good feel for the VR possibilities and movement in VR. Next, we have SUPERHOT VR. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the B tier. What it lacks in graphics, it definitely makes up for in enjoyability. And then I have a game I sideloaded. It's called 1976. We're gonna go ahead and put that in the C tier. Next up, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B tier. Yeah, I'm putting this in the B tier. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't play this shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. The first time I played, I almost broke my headset. Yeah. Like, I got scared and I pulled it off and I almost tossed it. Yep. But I do keep the game, so when I have friends come over, unsuspecting friends, I have them play it just so I can get their reactions. It is hilarious. So yeah, I don't play it. You can say whatever you want. I'm not playing that shit, but I love watching other people play it when they don't know what to expect. But make sure that you wear your straps, or you have them wear the wrist straps when you play this game. Yeah. Just that's you're gonna break something. Next up, we have Real VR Fishing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this straight into the A tier. Yeah, this is the most relaxing game that I own to date. And I actually have a friend that goes fishing on a regular basis. And since I moved to another state, it's great to know that we can still go fishing together. And it does seem like we're really next to each other, even though we're hundreds of miles away. Anyway, Ancient Dungeon. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the C tier. It's basically Minecraft, but in a dungeon, minus the ability to build things. So yeah, nothing else to say about that. Mission ISS. I'm putting this into the D list, only because I haven't played this again since my first time. Don't get me wrong, it is cool, but with so many other games that I have to choose from, I just have never had the urge to revisit this. I don't know why, it just, yeah. Alright, so we got Game Bob. This is another side-loaded game. It's going straight to the C tier. Now it is cool, it's a very nostalgic game. It allows you to play classic Game Boy games. But I'm gonna put this on the C tier because I got a VR headset to play virtual reality games, not 8-bit games. So for nostalgic purposes, yeah, it's fun to revisit, but I can just use an emulator on my phone or computer. Like, yeah, I don't hop on VR to play 8-bit games, sorry. Physics Playground. I gotta put this on D tier. It's just not for me. I'm not even gonna explain that one. Next up, Attack on Quest. Alright, I'm gonna put this in the B tier. Yep, I'm a huge anime fan if you can't tell by the decorations behind me. So I really appreciate that the staff created this game. And I have another side-loaded game, T for Gods. Okay, this is also going in the B tier. So look, if you have a small play area, this game is good for you. What it does, it automatically generates an infinite world map based on whatever size boundary that you set. So for that, this is super dope. I've played in a 3-foot by 3-foot play area just to see, and it still was able to generate a infinite world. Like, it is crazy. So yeah, that's a very enjoyable game. And the last game on this list is Metabo. This is going to the E tier. I'm sorry, man. I do love like shooting arrows in this game, but it's not something that I've revisited. I don't even see myself going back to it. Maybe if there was like more to do, more of a, like just more to the game or a story mode, it would be higher, but I don't know. It is fun to shoot the arrows, but it's like, it's no purpose. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. And if there's any particular game that you guys want me to do a gameplay for, let me know in the comments. And I'm out this bitch.